We are going to make a hip-hop beat with Turtle.Audio. Let's just go ahead and get started. This is the default scene in Turtle.Audio, so we're going to clear the line and the notes, first of all. When we're under the Sound tab, that's where you would clear this line. There's a noisy class next door. And then I'm going to go to the Paint tab here, and we're going to clear out that by clicking on the X, clear all. Okay, so now I have a nice blank grid to begin with. I'm going to lay down 1 bar of music, which equals 4 beats, by making a new line. I'm going to click anywhere in this box here and write our rule out, and we want to move to the right. And to the right, we're going to move 4 spaces. So I need to do parentheses first. So we're starting out moving to the right, move 4 spaces, and I'm going to multiply that by 4. And that will create this nice little square here. And I'm also just going to go ahead and copy this and make a second line, like so. Okay, when we did our dance beat, the dance beat had 4 on the floor, so there were 4 kick drums on each corner, all 4 corners. These are the beginning of each beat. So here's the beginning: 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Right, so that was the dance beat. This time, and it would sound something like this. I'm going to pull up this Donna Summer song. Boom, 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 boom. Right, that is the 4 on the floor you're hearing there. Doo, 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 doo. Okay, very famous song. Now, when hip hop, it's going to be a little bit slower, and we are going to get a different rule for what kind of drum beat to lay down. So we're not going to do a 4 on the floor. Instead, we're going to listen to the snare of this song. And I'm going to skip back a bit.
Back to our video.
Here we go. Okay. So that's the snare. Okay. So there's a little more freedom with the kick drum in hip hop. So let's play around with that idea. And I'm first going to lay down a snare drum. So remember, when we want to make drums in Turtle.Audio, we need to switch the type to drums. And then I'm going to go in and paint in some snare sounds. So I will find the house snare 1. I'm going to put that on the 2nd and 4th beat. And if I play this, boom, boom. I'm going to turn this down to 90 beats per minute. So to change the beats per minute, you just highlight the text, and I'll type in 90. And now I'll play this. Okay. This is really all you need for a snare, but it's always nice to maybe have it sound a little more full. And you can add a 2nd snare if you want, but one thing that some people do is they add a clap. So the sound of someone clapping, house clap. So I'm going to lay down a house clap beat on the 2nd and 4th beat. So these 2 things are going to trigger at the same time: a snare and a clap. Okay, if you've ever run into this bug, oh, it's not a bug. I need to tell it to be a synth. What is it? Let's see. Zubarth is confused here. Snare. Let me fix something real quick. This one, it needs to be drums. Okay. Sorry. So I've got a snare and a clap playing on the same thing. Same beat. What's nice too is that under sound I can separate these. So I'm going to turn the pan to the right on the clap, and you're not going to hear this in your ears, but I want you to experiment with this. This sound I'm going to move to the left, so that separates the 2 sounds out in my ears. Okay, now we're free to make something for a kick drum. So I'm going to create a new line, and we'll use the same rule. Paste that in. This time though, for drums, I'm going to go under Paint and select a kick that I've been using a lot of. I'm going to go ahead and do it a little more randomly, so I'll just kind of do, let's see how that sounds. Ooh, okay. How does it sound on the same beat? Ooh, okay, nice. So you could see I don't have 4 on the floor, and we have kind of the steady beat going with our snares and claps, but the kick is kind of making it groovy here. So this is great so far. Next thing I want to add is a bass guitar sound. So, and what the bass guitar is going to do is going to mirror the position of trigger that we have on our kick. So the bass will be playing at similar times or the same time as the kick. So let's go ahead and make a synth now for a bass. So I'm going to click, make a new line, paste in my rule, and under synth I'm going to turn the octave down at least 1 click, and I think I'm going to choose square. I'll go ahead and let this play. And I'm just going to grab a C note here, paint in the same spots. It's a little loud, so I'm going to turn that down. And it's also not quite the right octave. I want to go a little lower, so I'm going to do a lower octave. That's the square. The try you can't even hear. I probably have to turn up the octave. Ooh. Okay, that's it right there. So we got a good beat. We've got a good bass. Yeah, this is sounding awesome. Now it's like, well, what do you want to do? You want to change up some of these notes? Yes, I do. So I'm going to grab, if it's a C, let's try maybe an E, and I'll replace one of these C's with an E. That is really nice. I might want to even add. Whoa. Awesome. Okay. From here, I kind of want you to figure out a melody, some kind of lead to go along with all this. You could also add more drums. I don't have any cymbals yet, so one nice cymbal. Okay, I'm going to paste in this rule, and we're going to choose drums. Let's hear how tambourine sounds. Turn the volume up on that, maybe pan it to the left. Okay. I hope you're having fun with this app. The biggest rule here is to have a snare in these positions. So groove on that for a while, and I will talk to you later.